Welcome to another Monday music lesson with Floyd Music School. In this episode, and many to follow, Jen and her student, Liam, have chosen to share with you Liam's journey into learning the piano. This lesson will allow you, as the audience, to join Liam as he progresses starting at the very beginning. I want to give a special thanks to Liam for allowing us to share his progress with all of you.
Let's start with reviewing Pirates of the Sea, the tie note that we talked about. You explained it really well last time. We talked about a tie is the same note, just attached to another one, just like it. Not the same timing note, but the same line or space. Like if this is an E attached to another E, then we hold it that much longer. This one's a dotted half note tied to a quarter note, and you told me that would hold for how many altogether?
Like 4.
Yeah, you have to do a little math, don't you? And this one's a dotted half tied to another dotted half.
Which would finish the measure.
That would finish both measures, and 3 and 3 makes
6.
6. But I was saying I think it's easier than trying to add it in your head as you're reading the notes and playing and trying to remember what finger to use. How about we just count, say the note name like we always do, count to 3 and then say hold or tie and count to 3 more. And then that way I'm not trying to do math in my head at the same time. I'm just reading what's in each measure. You want to try it that way? Okay, let's do that. This is a little different fingering, so we have to check one thumb on D, one thumb on C. And we got to check your posture. That's looking good. Make sure your feet are holding your body up. Yeah, that's better. You feel like you have a little bit more room just to move around. That looks really good. Get your arms like L's. You've got your nice curves. You're holding yourself up with your feet. You want your feet, to hold yourself up. Can I count you off? Oh, before we do, I think it would be really important for us to review. We have a new time signature. Can you explain it to me? Say what it is first. What is this new time signature?
3.
3 over 4. Or
Which would mean that each one would get. Well, these are measures, right?
yes, each measure.
Each measure would get 3 beats.
3 quarter note beats, that's right. So I, instead of saying 3/4 time, which is how we almost always say it, that's just the common way of saying it, I've started saying it 3 quarter note time. Because in my head I'm thinking each measure is going to have the equivalency of 3 quarter note beats, whether it's a dotted half note for 3, or literally 3 quarter notes, or in the first measure, it's a half note plus a quarter note. That makes 3. So the rhythms aren't exactly the same, but they always add up to 3 quarter notes. Oh, I know the other thing we talked about. 3 quarter note beats feels different than 4 quarter note beats. Do you remember what shapes I used to talk about 3 quarter notes versus 4 quarter notes? Do you remember? What did I say about?
The 3 quarter notes is like a circle.
Mm-hmm. And if you think about the way people waltz, when they're waltzing 1, 2, 3, their feet make a circle. Not an actual, it's not, don't walk away and see a circle on the floor, but that's their movement. And 4 quarter note beats is like a square. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we can have different feels just depending on what the timing is or the time signature is for each song. We have a different feel. So Pirates of the Sea, believe it or not, is going to be like a waltz. That's kind of a funny picture to me. Pirates waltzing. I don't know about that. But we just have the feel of the waltz. Did you play through this yet? Or is this going to be sight reading? Okay, so let's sight read through it. You ready? Can I count you off? You want to say the note names first before we play it? I think that's a good idea. So what's this first one?
That is A, B, C,
We're just stepping up, aren't we?
C, and skipping. No, we didn't skip.
Just another step from C to
D.
do this. And then from
To
D.
D to E to G, right?
Are you sure?
Or F.
There you go. I
E
just see
to
a
F.
step and then back
Because
to.
above that would be G.
That's right. G's a line note, and this is F, the space note. So D, E, F,
E, D,
back to
C, and then B.
down to B, down to.
And then it's basically starting that part, which would be A, B, C,
Now we skip up to.
and we skip up to F,
Mm-hmm. And down
and then
to.
E, and you hold it for both measures.
Excellent. Page 2. This is a 2-pager. Starts on.
F, E, D, F,
There's a nice skip right there. D up to F.
E, rest,
Rest. Good.
C,
C. Skip down to.
down to A, to B, and Z, D,
And then down to.
C, B, C, and then A, you hold it, and then you stop there, and the 2 rests.
Right. A's tied to itself. A dotted half note plus another A quarter note. So not 2 whole measures, just the first beat of the next measure. Excuse me, I still got a little bit of a frog in my throat. All right, let's put your hands up there. And we'll play the notes that you just named. I'll count you off because we don't want to go too fast since we're just sight reading it. So we'll count ourselves off a little slower. 1, 2, 3. A. A for 2. C. 2. Good. 2, 3. Hold. 2, 3. F for 2. Just down to E. For 2. Rest. 2. No B, you were right. B for 2. A, 2, 3. Hold. Rest. Rest. Nicely done. Let's do it again. I even heard you get a little softer right here. Were you thinking you started too loud?
Yeah.
Why did you think that? What made you think that?
It says mezzo piano.
Mezzo piano at the
And
beginning.
I got a little louder here because it said mezzo forte.
Good for you. We don't have to do that when we're sight reading. I always want you to get the notes and the fingerings right, if we can, and then add the dynamics. But if you're ready to do it right away, good on you. Let's do it again. Want to?
This time, do you think we could do the duet?
Well, let's see. Let's do it one more time through, just to give you some practice first.
Okay.
I'll count you off. Was that a good speed? Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Duet.
For 2, good. nice, Liam. Very well done. Yes, let's do the duet. All right. You got your hands? Yeah, you're a little octave higher. Good for you. And I'll follow what I'm doing down here. I don't think I'm going to add the pedal this time, so we'll just do it like this. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Very nice.
Do you think you could try doing the pedal?
I don't think we need it. I think that sounded really, really good. Really good job, Liam. So we'll put a sticker on there. Oh boy, guess where we are?
The last one.
The last song in the first book.
Am I going to be playing all of those notes?
I'm going to be playing all those notes. It's every single note that we've learned since the beginning of this book. And we have a couple different dynamic signs in here. I'm going to do this just to help your eye see where the notes go. And we'll read through the note names like we did before.
It doesn't say Allegro or Andante.
It doesn't, does it? It says something different. What does it say?
Stately March.
Stately March. Well, that will be different from a waltz feel, a rolling circular feel. A stately march will be back to counting a square, 4 beats in each measure. Have you ever watched a marching band march, either on TV or at the parade? You did, because I was at the Christmas parade with you, remember? We watched the marching band march. Everybody's all together, same foot, or supposed to be, all together at the same time. Everything's very square and particular. So that's what this song is supposed to reflect, kind of like a march. Everything's going to be very dun, dun, dun. And we talked about this a little bit last week when you had me play my part. It's supposed to be a song of celebration, like you're getting up on the podium and you're getting your gold medal for finishing your piano book. That's what it's supposed to sound like. And in the back of your book, you have a gold medal.
Yay!
A paper gold medal.
Woohoo!
Ta-da! All right, let's name the notes. Been so good at that. Let's just keep doing it that way, and then we'll play it. We start on
C, G, E, D, G,
F.
F,
You got it. Down to E. Skip up to
G, F, E, D, G,
Yes.
G,
yes, 3 G's, and then C.
G, E for 2, D, G, F for 2, and E, G, G. I went from G to G.
You know what that's called? When you go from one note to the very next note, either up or down. You can hear that candle sputtering, can't you? It's called an octave because it's 8 notes apart. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. From this G to that G.
Oh,
An
so
octave.
there I'd be going from like
This G.
there. It would go like.
That's exactly how that goes. G down to G, then back up to
D,
yes,
C, C.
rest. Good for you.
Wow, this is a big one. F, G, A, B, C, D, E,
Skip up to
G. F,
Just walk down G,
E,
F, E, skip down to,
C,
back up to,
D.
and then
That would be G.
G again. This part should sound familiar. Ready?
C, G, E, D, G, F. And E, G, G,
There it is again, that octave.
and then D, D, C. Okay, so there, like the whole bottom thing is the same.
It is. It's the same thing. So we're going to do this pattern, the C, G, E, D, G, F. We do it 1, 2, 3 times, 4 times in the song, and then there's just a little something different at the top of page 2 that's not the same as the rest of it. Oh, we're going to put our hands back in the position you like. C and B together. There you go. Let's start a little slower than we'll want to do it because we're just sight reading for now. So we don't want to start too fast and feel like we have to hurry. 1, 2, ready, go.
Whoa, that's big.
Big distance. F for 2. G. D. G.
I'm gonna get this.
Let's keep it a little slower for 2. D. G. Move your hand over. There you go.
I got it
D.
almost.
It's all right. You were a little stretched out. C. Rest.
Oh, I just noticed this is 3. Oh, it's not enough.
You ready? We're going to go down to F with your 4th finger. F. G. To skip up to G. Good. Good. There was a skip there for 2. G for 2. 2. D. G. Very nice. That was really good sight reading. You're doing so many things actually very well, very correctly done. You're remembering to look at the notes. It's okay to glance down at our hands. We all do. We all kind of need to see, did I move over a little bit or am I in the right spot? But you have to continue to look at the music to know where you're headed, and you've been doing that. That's why you did such a good job sight reading, because you were watching your windshield of notes telling you where to drive your motorcycle to, right? What? You're driving your motorcycle piano and you're staying on the road.
Yeah.
That's a big deal. That's a big success. So you have this song to finish up, and from what I can tell when we go through and you name the notes before we even play it, you're remembering the note names on the lines and spaces, which to me makes me know that you are reading music. And that's very awesome, because in the next book, we're going to open it up And we're going to learn a few new notes so that we have even a bigger palette or many more choices of notes we can play. So the songs are going to get more and more interesting as we have more notes to choose
In the
from.
second book, will I use these?
You're going to learn to use the black keys again. We're going to talk about sharps and flats.
Didn't we start on the blacks?
We did, and the reason for that is to get hands up on the piano, because sometimes kids and even adults think that it's okay to play like this with their hands hanging down. This way, if we start up on the higher black keys, it kind of gives us a little bit of a pattern of the way we're going to hold our hand for the rest of the time. Helps keep our hands up on the keys. So I'm super proud of you, Liam. We have a little bit of work to do in your workbook and some review to do, but I don't see why we shouldn't be able to start book 2 next week. That's going to be really exciting. As long as you practice this a little bit, and then we'll do the duet, and we'll go on to book 2. Are you all ready to do that with us? Yeah? You want to ask them, are you ready to do that with us?
You ready to do that?
Are you ready to do that with us? Book 2. All right, we're going to say goodbye for tonight.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.